You probably think that everything costs more than it used to, right? Well, if you think that, you're absolutely right. And you're not alone. Inflation can kind of feel like you're being pummeled in the face by prime Mike Tyson. But what if I told you there are a few simple ways that you can use to fight back? Today, I'm going to be giving you practical tips that anyone can use to stretch their dollars further and take control of their finances, no matter what the economy or Mike Tyson throws your way. But first, what even is inflation? Inflation is like if you go to the dollar store and you have $1 in hand and you're looking to purchase your favorite knockoff Gucci belt. And then bam, you notice that the belt actually costs way more than it used to. Suddenly that dollar that you brought is kind of like that friend that comes to the party without anything to eat or drink. That's inflation. So let's go ahead and dive into the tips. Tip number 1, budget with a focus on flexibility. Inflation causes prices to change, so naturally, your budget has to change with it. You have to prioritize the essentials like utilities and food. Your Gucci belt, on the other hand, although it tastes delicious, is not essential. Something you can use is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% should go towards your savings. But again, tweak it for inflation. So for example, if your needs start going up to around 55%, then that 5% has got to come away from either the wants or the savings. But how do you avoid these little surprises that come out of nowhere that can derail your budget? Which is tip number 2, to buy in bulk. So things that you can keep for a very long time, like non-perishables, especially for foods like rice, pastas, canned foods, whatever it is, those typically last a lot longer in your pantry. So buy them in bulk and they'll last a lot longer, because the next thing you know you're gonna go purchase it again and the price went up like 45 cents. Have you seen the price of olive oil lately? That's been crazy. I wish I bought like 10 cases of olive oil like 4 years ago, because it's gone up like $7 per bottle. But the fact is that households that shop in bulk typically save 20% over time. Now that we've tackled your grocery bill, let's talk about your income. Tip number 3, find ways to increase your income. One of the best ways to beat inflation is to outpace it. Side hustles, part-time gigs, or even selling unused items that you have around the house. Listen, I'm with you. No one wants to work more. I mean, like, unless you're one of those people that enjoys working like crazy. But I like to compare life to like a video game. The only way you can beat it is to play the game. There are platforms like Fiverr or Etsy or even Facebook Marketplace can help you unload unwanted things in the house. All those Gucci belts that you got, just sell them online. Someone will take it. Crazy fact, $300 a month on a side hustle will get you $3,600 a year. That's just mathematically a fact. But that $3,600 will also give you a lot of breathing room in other places. So now you've saved, you've earned some more money. How do you make sure that your money that you're saving keeps growing? But before we continue, if you've learned anything from this video so far, consider liking it. There's a like button right at the bottom, and there's a subscribe button. It's free. And subscribe buttons have been scientifically proven to beat inflation. So let's continue on to tip number 4. Invest to outpace inflation. Inflation just erodes your buying power over time. By investing, you're giving your money the ability to grow faster than inflation can. Low-cost index funds or high-yield savings accounts can offer returns that often beat inflation. Take advantage of those savings accounts. Every single bank offers it. Go through the app or go on their website or just give them a call. That's what they're there for. But if it's just sitting in a regular savings account or under your pillow or wherever else, it is losing money. That same dollar that you have stored away in your piggy bank is worthless in a couple of years. Historically, S&P 500 has gone up 10% annually. That's far outpacing inflation. So real wealth is built in compound interest in your investments. But what if you're not ready to invest just yet? Which brings us to our final tip. Tip number 5, save strategically. Like I mentioned earlier, use those high yield savings accounts. If you're intimidated by investing, then look into your bank. They typically all offer a high yield savings account where you could leave some money for a long extended period of time, and it'll give you sometimes 4 to sometimes 6 or 7%. Inflation can seem intimidating. Like, what's causing it to go up? Like, why does it even matter? Like, the cost of goods go up and it's affecting your wallet and your wealth. By using these 5 tips, you can protect yourself long term. What's one step that you're going to take today to beat inflation? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it, and I will see you next week. Peace.